What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and today we're going to take a look at some freebies. They'll each run you about $1.40, but if you hurry, you'll get them for free. And go figure, this first one from JMO is green, and I just happened to review these green Barton bands, and this is the canvas one, which I'm really thrilled about. So if you haven't seen that video, check out this link or check out the link down below. Let's get into these freebies for your Galaxy watches, your Gear S3, and your Gear Sports. So just looking at this watch face, this one is called JMO Digital Layout WG, and it's usually about $1.30, but right now it's free, so don't hesitate or you might be late. And just looking at it, it's a nice design. You get a lot of information here. Now, unfortunately, there aren't any colors with this freebie. Double tapping on the screen will just give you the flashlight option, so that's a little bit of a downer, but you are presented with a bunch of information here in a nice big digital format. Looking at this watch face, you'll notice everything sort of just fits quite nicely, sort of like the developer was playing Tetris and just found the right places to put everything. So at the top, you have your heartbeat, and then you have your day of the week followed by your date. And then right in the center is where your eye focuses most when you first open up this watch face, is the time. And what's really cool about that, the time can be in either 12 or 24-hour format. Not to mention you have your seconds there. Your step counter is right under the time in a big form as well. And then you also have your water intake right on this side. So for those of you tracking how many cups of water you have, you can just take a look at it and that'll be on your watch face. The distance that you've traveled as well as your calories. And then that's basically it, guys. There are no shortcuts built into this. This is what the always on display looks like. And I think it's a really clean, nice looking always on display personally. The only thing I would wish is hopefully we'd get some color options. I'm not really a fan of using a flashlight. Let me know if you guys use a flashlight. But it is free and it is a nice design, so go ahead and pick it up. Now the next one we're going to take a look at is called JMO Prism Color, and unlike the other one, this one you do have some color options. So if you just cycle through them, you can see that there's some colors there, and it's the same thing. It's a digital format. You have your heart rate right on the left there, your seconds are right in the middle at the top, and then you also have your battery life right here. Your time is right in the center here, and that time can either be in 12 or 24-hour format. Underneath where you'll find your full date as well as your steps. So again, there aren't any shortcuts built in, but you do have a bunch of different color options to choose from. This is the always on display. This is another freebie alert, guys. We got a lot of freebies this week and a lot of digital options here. This one is called SMZ Forward 24-hour, but don't worry, I got the links down in my description below. So let's just take a look at what we see on this watch face. At the top is where you'll find your date, followed by your day of the week. You have your floor count right there, followed by your calorie count and then your heartbeat. Underneath the time, you'll find your percentage of your step goal right there. You have your actual steps listed right there as well. And then you have your miles as well as your battery life. And then down here is where you'll find your seconds. And now this one does have some different color options, and all you have to do is double tap in the center and that'll just change the colors there, and you can cycle through them and find one that you actually like. This watch face does have some shortcuts built in, and you can kind of see them around the watch face with their little respective icon. So if you tap on the cloud, you guessed it, that's your weather. So if you tap on that, you can see that it's raining in 57 right now. Next, if you tap here on the calendar, that'll bring up your calendar. Tapping on the heart will bring up your heart rate app, and then you can just check your heart rate from within that little application. And then you have this little play icon. Of course, that'll bring up your music app. And I actually use that the most. I like having a shortcut to the music player personally. Tapping on the phone will bring up your phone dialer, and that's also a very handy application shortcut in my opinion. And then of course the little envelope will bring up your messaging app. Next you have the settings cog right there. That'll bring up your settings. If you tap on the steps, that'll bring up your step counter. And then if you tap up here on your calories, that'll bring up your S Health Calories app. And then finally you have the alarm icon, and that brings up a shortcut to your alarm. This is the always on display, guys. A clean always on display. This one usually is $1.40, but catch it today or very shortly and it can be free. This one is called SMZ Santa Clara, and it's actually a really interesting take on a watch face. So if you take a look at the 4 quadrants of the screen here, you can actually hide or show that. So if you turn that off, that actually gets rid of those data points, and I think that's really cool. So let me show you that again. A little heartbeat here. If you tap on it, that'll actually show you your heartbeat. If you tap on the location here, that'll show up your distance. Tapping on the steps shows you your actual step count, and then tapping on the arrows, your floor count, and then tapping on the battery, you can actually show your battery percentage. So again, this is actually a really cool take. on how to display information on a watch face, and I'm kind of digging it personally. Let me know what you guys think down below, but this one is just my favorite right now out of these freebies because it is a unique take on a design. I just kind of like that. Not to mention you have different color options here, and changing the color will change your data points as well. So that's something super cool, very creative. Thumbs up to SMZ. Take a look at that. So let's hide everything right now. This is your always on display. Pretty simple, basic, big, bold, always on display. This has been a look at 4 free watch faces that would cost you well over $6, but right now you get them all free, so definitely don't hesitate. You never know when you might want to use one of these watch faces. Maybe you got a cool band that's green and you want to have a green watch face. This is the time to show that off. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Let me know which ones are your favorite out of these 4. And as always, thumbs up, subscribe, as that helps me out the most. But I'll catch you guys in another video.